Hello students, today I will explain about human genetic disorder. And under human genetic disorder for class 12 you have two different parts, means Mendelian disorder and chromosomal disorder. So what about Mendelian disorder, what about chromosomal disorder, and their examples and the causes and symptoms of that diseases that I will explain about. So here is a topic that is human genetic disorder. Under human genetic disorder, two different parts. One is Mendelian disorder and the other one is chromosomal disorder. Under Mendelian disorder, there are hemophilia, colorblindness, sickle cell anemia and thalassemia. Four diseases are there under hemophilia. Sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, colorblindness, and also we have hemophilia. And under chromosomal disorder, we have the diseases just like Down syndrome. You can say also Mongolian syndromes are there also. Down syndrome, other name Mongolian syndrome, and also Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. So especially three main chromosomal diseases are there that we have to read. And under Mendelian disorder, especially four main Mendelian disorders are there that we will explain now. So I am starting first from hemophilia. What do you mean by hemophilia? You know that this is hemophilia caused by, after all, due to in our blood there are factors 8, that is anti-hemophilic factor, and also in our blood also factor 9. So either factor 8 or factor 9 which is present in our blood, if it will not work, so then there will be the disease that is hemophilia. Similarly, if factor 9 is not working properly or factor 9 is ultimately it is not working, so in our blood if the factor 9 or factor 8 that is absent or that will not work, then there will be the disease known as hemophilia. Now what will occur? The symptoms of hemophilia, after all, whenever from our body, anywhere from our body, if blood comes out due to any injury, so after all, after a certain period of time, blood clot, means clotting of blood, coagulation of blood occur. But in case of hemophilia, it will not occur. Ultimately, in the diseases of hemophilia, those are suffering by that diseases, ultimately from their body blood will come out if any kinds of injury will occur, because the factor 9 and factor 8 means either factor 8 or factor 9, anyone which is not working properly, then there will be the disease hemophilia. So the symptoms are, in their body blood coagulation will not occur, and after all in their body blood will come out, and there will be the deficiency of blood. So these are the symptoms of hemophilia and the causes of hemophilia, that is factor 8 and factor 9. If the factor 8 means anti-hemophilic factor will not work, so there will be the disease hemophilia. Next is colorblindness. It is also autosomal recessive and under Mendelian disorder. Now the colorblindness disease caused due to colorblindness disease will cause due to autosomal recessive genes are there, and due to colorblindness what will occur, after all due to colorblindness, ultimately for the disease of colorblindness the patient cannot identify, cannot recognize the color, maybe red, maybe green or any other colors, so cannot segregate, cannot recognize the color. That is the defect, that is the disease regarding colorblindness. That is after all, in case of if the female or the mother is colorblind carrier, so what will occur, there will be the heterozygous in nature, just like if I write the genotype XX in case of mother, and if the mother is carrier of hemophilia, so I am representing by C, means the one is affected by C, other one is normal, that is heterozygous. You say that is heterozygous. If both are X's, means both are same, that is homozygous, but here one X chromosome affected, that is heterozygous. If the mother is in heterozygous condition, so the mother is carrier and the father is normal, so there will be the chance to affect the disease, towards the sun. So that's why it will come in crisscross way. That's why ultimately the female, if the mother is affected, then the son will be affected. Similarly, if the father is carrier, then the daughter will be affected. So these are the genotypes regarding color blindness. Next is sickle cell anemia. How sickle cell anemia will form? After all, in the sixth position of the beta globin chain, we have alpha globin chain, we have also beta globin chain. If in the sixth position of the beta globin chain, in the sixth position of the beta globin chain, glutamic acid will form. But glutamic acid replaced by valine, if it will occur in the sixth position of our beta globin chain, if the glutamic acid replaced by valine, then there will be the disease, that is sickle cell anemia. For this disease, ultimately RBC, these are biconcave in shape or structure. So the RBC will be in sickle shape. That's why the RBC will be unable to accept more amount of oxygen, because in the RBC hemoglobins are there, and hemoglobins will bind with oxygen to produce oxyhemoglobin. So for this reason here, RBC is unable to accept more amount of oxygen, so there will be the shortage amount of oxygen will enter in our body. So there will be the breathing problem, there will be the respiration oriented problem, and there will be the problem formation of blood in our body. So these are the disease regarding sickle cell anemia. So what is the causes of sickle cell anemia? In the sixth position of the beta globin chain, glutamic acid replaced by valine, that is the cause of sickle cell anemia. Next is the disease, that is thalassemia. Thalassemia is a very dangerous disease. What are the causes of thalassemia? First I am discussing here. Here also same kinds of symptoms or same kinds of causes are also there. In case of thalassemia, what will occur in our autosome, means in 16 number of chromosome and in 11th number of chromosome. What will occur in the 16th number of chromosome, means 16 number of autosome, there are alpha globin chain, and in alpha globin chain 4 alpha globin genes are present. So in alpha globin chain 4, in this chromosome number 16, 4 alpha globin genes are present. If one of them is absent, or if all of them are absent, means the alpha globin genes, these are absent completely, there will be the thalassemia. This is the cause of alpha thalassemia. Similarly, in the beta globin chain, in chromosome number 11, there will be two beta there are two beta globin gene. Now if there is any problem to form beta globin gene, so if by mistake there is one beta globin gene or zero, the beta globin gene has beta globin gene has not formed here, so there will be the disease, that is beta thalassemia. Alpha thalassemia, beta thalassemia, these are the types of thalassemia. There are also delta thalassemia, any other types of thalassemia, but most important thalassemia, that is alpha and beta. Alpha caused by due to chromosome number 16 and beta due to chromosome number 11. So if the alpha globin chain or the beta globin chain will not form, actually will not proper way, will not form in proper way, so there will be the disease, that is known as thalassemia. And what are the symptoms of thalassemia? Ultimately the patient, what will occur? Ultimately alpha thalassemia, beta globin chain and alpha globin chain, these are responsible for the formation of blood. These are responsible for the reaction of oxyhemoglobin to production of oxyhemoglobin in human body. Now if there are any kinds of mistake, means formation of alpha globin chain, formation of beta globin chain, if there is any problem, so there will be the disease, that is thalassemia. Due to thalassemia, the patient suffer by in his body or in her body, ultimately there are shortage amount of blood, deficiency of blood, so there will be the respiratory problem, there will be the breathing problem, and due to shortage amount of blood, we need to transfer blood in her or in his body. That is the disease regarding thalassemia. So ultimately in the patient suffering by thalassemia, what will occur? So in his or in her body, ultimately blood will not form in the proper way, so there will be the shortage amount of blood present in their body. that is thalassemia. Now I will tell you about Down syndrome. So Down syndrome, also known as Mongolian disease. Down syndrome means in chromosome number 21 there will be trisomy. So trisomy in chromosome number 21, that is the cause of Down syndrome. So in chromosome number 21 there will be also another chromosome. So the chromosome number total will be 2n plus 1. As in chromosome number 21 there will be addition of another chromosome, so there will be the trisomy, 3 chromosomes are there. That's why total number of chromosomes will be 2n plus 1, 47. So that is autosomal disease, it is under autosome. So in chromosome number 21 there will be the trisomy, there will be the disease. Sometimes in very rare cases Down syndrome also occur due to translocation of chromosome. The chromosome number 21 ultimately coming to chromosome number 14. Sometimes it will occur chromosome number 21 coming to towards the chromosome number 14, and finally it will add it with chromosome number 14. So here the chromosome number 14 to chromosome number 21 also added. So that is the translocation, and another set of gametes will also add another set of chromosome here in chromosome number 21. So the actual number of chromosome also will occur in case of Down syndrome, it will increase. So these are also another cause. So the main cause of Down syndrome after all in chromosome number 21 there will be the trisomy. As a result, the patient suffer by Mongolian disease or Down syndrome. What about Down syndrome? Most of the children, I think, if you see that not most of the children, few children are affected by Down syndrome. They have dull faces. Their growth ultimately will not occur in proper way according to their age. Ultimately, they have very dull condition, just like their nervous system is very poor, and their memory brain is not working properly. The memory is very poor, and after all, according to the age, after all, what is the growth and development which will not occur in their body. There are also hyperglycemia, also there are also heart related problem. So these are some symptoms regarding Down syndrome. Especially the children or patients suffer by Down syndrome, they have dull faces, they have the just like the throat, means the upper and lower, the lower one is long, lower one ultimately larger than the upper one. So these are some characteristic features in the patient of Down syndrome. Next I will tell you about Klinefelter. Klinefelter syndrome, that is not the autosomal, that is sex chromosomal disease. So how Klinefelter will occur? In our body we have 46 chromosome plus XY. Now in case of Klinefelter, another X chromosome will added. As a result, in their body total number of chromosome 47, because 46 chromosome plus another X chromosome added in their body. By born they are male, but actually they looks like female. By born they are male, but actually they have some characteristic features of female. Just like in their body, testes are very small, and they are generally unable to produce large amount of sperm. Similarly, they have some characteristic features, just like their mammary glands are have their growth in their mammary gland, shortage amount of growth, and also in their body what will occur, ultimately the reproductive system, means the reproductive parts of their body, these are underdeveloped. So these are the syndrome, that is Klinefelter. They are by born male, but they looks like female, and their characteristic features also look like female. These are the disease affected by Klinefelter. Can causes, they have 47 chromosome in their body due to trisomy, another chromosome also added. Next is Turner syndrome. Turner syndrome, just the opposite of Klinefelter. In case of Turner syndrome, they have 44 chromosome plus 1 X chromosome. So another chromosome is missing. So by born they are female, but in their body the total characteristic features of female, it will not 100% present. So there is some characteristic features which are not present in their body. Just like Turner syndrome, they are by born female, but what will occur? Similarly, their female reproductive system is underdeveloped. it will not develop in proper way. Female reproductive system, ovaries are small, they are generally unable to produce ova in correct way. Generally in in menstruation cycle per months occur, but in their body it will not occur in proper way, so they are unable to produce ova in proper way or in regular way especially. Similarly, they have irregular menstruation cycle, and sometimes they have the growth, ultimately pubic hairs sometimes absence are there in their body. So these are the characteristic features regarding Turner syndrome. If any person affected by Turner syndrome, the cause is that in their body, the chromosome, these are 44 number of chromosome plus one X chromosome. That's why we write it that 44 autosome plus XO. XO means X0 means, you can say also 0 means that is absent. That's why we write X0. So these are completely opposite of Klinefelter syndrome. So these are the human genetic diseases are there. From here, for a board exam, is a very important question. From this portion is very important. One question will definitely come, and you can easily attempt it. So especially 5 marks or 3 marks question will definitely come from the this portion. So from here, maybe the disease, just like what do you mean by Klinefelter disease, what is the causes of the disease, and write to symptoms of Turner syndrome. These kind of questions may become, and also from Down syndrome, what do you mean by Down syndrome, write to characteristic features or write to symptoms of the person affected by Down syndrome. What are the causes of Down syndrome, differentiate between chromosomal disorder and Mendelian disorder. So chromosomal and Mendelian disorder differences are there. Similarly, what do you mean by hemophilia, what do you mean by colorblindness, and write the causes of sickle cell anemia or write the causes of thalassemia. So these kind of questions are coming for your board exam, especially for also NET. So from in NET MCQ type of questions from here also. So that's very easy portion, easy chapter. So you may read it, you can easily attempt from this portion. Thank you.